move the... Oh, sorry. Just gotta move the mic a little closer. There we go. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy, the long-awaited return. Yes. How were you able to survive the past 2 weeks without us? Well, we're back. Alright, let's get the boys in here. Let's find them. Gotta find the thing to click on to get the boys in here. Where's the boys? The boys. There's the boys.
Hello. Goddamn time.
Hello, the boys. Sorry, I decided to.
Playing with the boys. Okay, sorry. I'll stop.
I decided to pee, and then after peeing, I looked at myself in the mirror and was like, "Wow, I look scruffy as fuck." So I decided to also shave.
You should have showed up with the fucking scruffiness. Looks like you should act like you're like,
hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, thanks, Owen. That's awesome. Hey, and the cheer. Apparently, there's some kind of thing going on with Twitch right now. If you cheer, it unlocks gifts for other people in the chat.
Oh, that's
yes, emotes.
There's 3 gifts there. I don't know what they are. Enjoy
Here,
them.
I will show you some of the emotes.
Oh, there's emotes. Yay.
That's what they are,
gift
the emotes.
rage emote.
Oh, holy moly! Look at that. Hang on, I actually have the
Gift
Twitch chat open here.
rage! I'm posting
Emotes
gift
of
rage!
Christmas.
Thanks, Owen, by the way. That's really
There we
generous
go.
of you.
Just was waiting for the white balance. Very nice. Very nice
See,
indeed.
I used my free this month on someone like 2 weeks ago, so
Yay!
sorry. And I'm broke as shit. Otherwise, I would definitely be backing you right now. Everyone else should totally be using the free to back you right now. I'll be also...
Yay!
rotating my
Free
array.
is good. I like free.
The way it works is, if you cheer less than 250, you get all the emotes. If you cheer more than 250, you gift emotes to everybody else.
Oh, nice.
Like 15 people in the chat.
Well, and Owen just cheered 1,000, so
Everyone
emotes
else-
for everyone.
Everyone else got a few emotes for it. I got one. But if everyone keeps doing it, I think we get more emotes, right? They keep unlocking.
Sweet.
There's a bunch of them, I think.
Let's have lots of cheers tonight. Let's get those emotes happening, yo.
It's also worth noting, I
Holiday
believe
emotes in the house.
that subscriptions are 20% off.
They are.
I believe
Amy
they are,
$5,
yes.
it's
gives
$4.
subscriptions to people, by the way.
Yeah, you can
So
do
if you're
gift
particularly
subscriptions.
feeling generous, you can literally just go through the chat and start gifting people subscriptions. To
Which
That's
reminds
right.
me,
So if you really
Which
want to splurge
reminds
on,
me-
that's what you should do. Go
Yes.
through, find people who are not subscribers, and just start gifting subscriptions to
Just
them.
give them subscriptions.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All I'm happy about is I got Cool Story Bro Bob Ross.
Cool story, bro. Robot Bob Ross. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just Bob Ross and it says Cool Story Bob.
That's great. So 2 days before Christmas, but today is Festivus. Happy Festivus, everybody!
I got a lot of
Happy
grievances with you
Festivus.
people.
And
Go
to
ahead.
just let everyone know in the chat that you, on behalf of us, you have made a charitable donation to the Human
The
Fund.
human fund.
Money
that's
for
right.
people.
Got a lot of problems with you people.
I watched it.
And you're
I
going to
watched-
hear about it.
That's
I watched
right.
that episode today while doing laundry.
We actually showed it to my mom and Rosie, neither of whom had ever seen it. I was shocked. It's like, wow, you don't know what Festivus is? Well, I know what we're watching with dinner.
Festivus for the
great.
rest of us.
Brian Cranston is in that episode.
Yes,
He's
he
like
is.
a friend of theirs, yeah, with red hair. It looked so bizarre.
What's the same red hair he had? It would be in later Malcolm in the Middle.
Brian Cranston, played by Stoud.
Oh, that's a nightmare-induced...
Brian Cranston was never this big, man.
Tonight, the role of Brian Cranston's role will be played by Stoudman.
And then the entire crowd just goes, ah.
Hey, thanks, Major Motoko. More emotes for everyone. Yay!
Same one. You son of a bitch lied to me.
Ah.
The system lied to me.
Yeah, I don't know what the whole thing is, like how it works.
Might actually be random, so I just could be bad unlucky.
It's right, Mike.
Oh, nice. I got quad damage.
You
Quad
bastard.
damage. So is
So
everyone
I just
all
got lucky, I guess. Damn it.
awesome?
Damn it. Nice.
So is everyone all ready for Christmas?
Oh, yeah. I just finished my preparations.
I still might do
I got
some
my
shopping.
Festivus Miracle package.
The Festivus Miracle package.
It is a Christmas miracle that that package showed up.
Yeah, it said it was going to arrive on the 27th. I was like, damn it. Because it has presents in it, right?
So wait a minute. You got it
arrived
on
today.
the 23rd?
Yeah.
That's
I
perfect.
got it. It's
That
a
could not have-
Festivus Miracle.
That could not have been more perfect.
Wow. It is a Festivus miracle.
It's literally a Festivus miracle. Amazing. Yeah,
Festivus, and that was a miracle.
check out my tree.
I dubbed the a
See the
Festivus
tree? Isn't that a
Yeah.
great tree? Yeah, there's no tree.
Oh. You don't even have a Christmas. You Grinch.
I don't
I'm going
because
to give you a Grinch emote because of how much of a Grinch you are.
As festive as our
Actually,
frame and backgrounds
if you,
are, I
if you
actually
check
don't,
out my pants,
I don't celebrate Christmas.
I do not want to check out your pants.
here you can see my pants.
There.
I don't have
There.
anything to
There's my Grinch emote.
Honey,
There.
I'm
where
Grinch.
are my pants?
Yeah, I'm totally Grinchier than him because I don't even celebrate Christmas.
Wow.
Mm.
Kappa Grinch.
I mean,
Wow.
I will in the future when I have a family.
I
I
see.
just don't. We don't in this household. So
What about you and your girlfriend?
that's what I said in the future when I have a family. I currently don't.
I see.
I
That'd
can't-
be,
I-
but you
that's
have a
how-
girlfriend. You
yeah.
could buy things for her. She could buy things for you.
Well, yeah. Well, that's of course. There's gifts that happen, but it's not like
Yeah.
we don't. It's not like a celebration.
Well, yeah, I see.
Have a nice, quiet dinner as a family. That's about it.
But yeah, no, my mom's in town for the holidays. I've actually got Christmas off, which is another miracle because I didn't even ask for it off. They just gave it to me. So I'm off until the 26th, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, celebrated
Cool.
Christmas and Hanukkah in
Because
the
that's,
past.
'cause that's of course Black Friday here in Canada, which is used to be what we had instead of Black Friday, and then we got Black Friday as well. So
Not like opposed to holidays, just so we're clear. Just
Yeah,
saying, just
so-
we celebrate overtly.
hmm
You
But
got your
it's-
reasons, and I know them, and they're very good reasons. So
but it's always
Sure.
been like Black or
Holidays are
say
great for me.
Black Day, no Black Boxing Day, no
Boxing Day.
Robloxing Day.
Black
Um,
box.
Boxing Day has always been like the big sale day here. So now it's like we get two, one in November and one in December. So it's just like
Just like our
never-ending
Black Friday,
sales
Cyber Monday.
between November and December.
Commerce.
Yes, commerce, consume,
Buy
buy.
things.
Yes, buy more crap.
Bye.
Quit playing with my cords, dickhead.
Yeah.
Sleep.
So, so I don't know. So I went.
Sleep.
So I went to the supermarket today, and of course, this time of year they have turkey on really cheap. So I already bought a turkey for Christmas. It's thawing in the fridge. So I went back today and bought 2 more turkeys and put them in the freezer. So
Nice.
Ham.
yeah.
I got a ham.
No troublemaker.
Ham is good too.
We got ham and turkey.
And we're gonna have basically a traditional Christmas dinner: turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy,
Damn, oh, he's so adorable.
something. I don't know what else.
Penis.
What a cat ass trophy!
He's a little tiger.
It's a cat astrophy.
He's a little tiger.
Yeah,
Oh, he's so cute.
So, have you seen
Beauty.
Star Wars yet, Sean? Are you going to see it tomorrow? Which
I
one
don't
is it?
know,
Oh,
but no, I have not seen Star Wars yet.
Neither of us.
supposed to
I'm
go
waiting
at
till after the
some
first
point.
year until the madness. starts.
January. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. We're
I'll
gonna
see
try
it
to get out to see
twice.
it soon.
Sorry, guys.
Hopefully.
January.
no,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Hey, worm disease. How
I
you
was
doing?
just wondering.
I will tell you this. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It is a movie.
It had and it
Heard
does
about
Star Wars things in the movie.
And it is an official part of the Star Wars canon, despite what all the whiny, bitchy fans who hated it don't want it to
Title
be.
people.
Yeah,
That's
Deal
all they
with
are.
it.
They
The
think
movie was
they're-
not what I wanted it to be.
Anybody,
Yeah,
anybody,
exactly.
anybody who signed that petition went in with expectations, and that's their fault, not the movie's fault.
exactly.
Let the art tell you what it is. You don't tell you the art what it needs to be. That's not how it works.
The petition will do nothing. It is not the principle. It is just stupidity.
If it violated like Star Wars in some way, like there's a fucking Coke can or something, like okay,
Well,
all right.
See, what it is all
You know
because there's been 30+ years of expanded universe stuff, books, comics, video games, etc. And the fans liked that, and that has been for many fans, I think, the continuation that they grew up with, and it's very near and dear to their heart, and that's fine, that's great. But the simple fact of the matter is, and this goes for any franchise, not just Star Wars, it doesn't matter if they say, oh, it's official canon. Yeah, they said it was official canon at the time because there was no plan or intention to ever do more movies.
Yep.
That's why they said that. Now that the plan is to do more movies, it's like, what are they going to do, adapt all 500 novels?
Which would be cool, by the way. I'd be down for that.
That would be cool.
An animated series.
That would be cool, but here's the thing. I mean, you already know that story. You've already experienced that story. So why is it so bad that they want to go in a different direction, do something different that you don't know, that you don't expect? I mean, I think that's exciting. You can always enjoy the novels. What I was going to say is, in any franchise, Star Wars, Star Trek, Planet of the fucking Apes, whatever, all that expanded universe stuff is basically officially licensed fan fiction.
Yep.
Period.
Now,
deal with it.
Official, but it's no longer official.
Yeah.
Now, I think in the future they could totally do things like, well, we're going to do an animated movie with Truce of Bakura.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you can do anything. That's the thing.
After all the original cast has passed, you can then do you can just have all recast and get people who can do close.
I want a movie of the novelization of Episode 1.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, that could be a thing. Like they're starting to do with Batman. Batman. What was the Victorian?
Gotham by Gaslight. Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Batman Red Sun or whatever too. But I mean, what? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I feel like another issue is that there are a lot of people who just they don't get that it's not for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The issue is like this movie isn't necessarily for Star Wars fans. It is, but it's also for new Star Wars fans, younger Star Wars fans. It's for the younger generation.
Well, it's both a continuation and a reboot.
It doesn't necessarily feel...
Essentially.
It does exactly the way that your original Star Wars movie did. And there's nothing to say that it should. You know what I mean?
And I think they should keep the title Expanded Universe for anything that takes place in that timeline. And then they can allow people to make their own fan whatever for the rest of the time in that Expanded Universe timeline. And then they can still release the old products with the Expanded Universe time so people, fans of that know exactly what that timeline is, you know?
Yep.
I'll put it this way.
They've done action figures and stuff based on Expanded Universe characters. I mean,
yes, they have. Shadows of the Empire. We got a whole fucking line out there on the walls. My dad got all of them.
Yeah.
My
dad got every power of the
Sorry, Ghost out.
Sorry, I just wanted to get that. I'll put it this way. My nephew went to see the movie. All the kids did, but my nephew went to see it. And immediately afterward, he came back home and watched 1 through 6 again because he was just in Star Wars mode then.
Yeah.
So it's like, this isn't necessarily for the adults. You know, this is for people.
Not just for you.
Younger, you know.
It's clearly for you, but it's also for your kids.
Yeah.
Kids. It's for the fans like Sean who's geriatric age and about to die. You know?
Not quite yet.
I saw the very first Star Wars in theaters when I was 5.
Also for you, because what it's doing is doing these moments. I haven't seen it. I'm just guessing. These moments that reference those other moments, so you can feel that again, but not in the same way. So it's new still.
Well, here's the thing:
doing, and I hear that's what they're doing. So who?
Yeah. Well, and I've looked at the new movies, and I fully expected this with The Force Awakens, and that's essentially what we got, as a passing of the torch. Sort of one last blast for some of the characters that we know from the old movies, and then, retire them either by killing them off or having them go off and be hermits or whatever the fuck ever. And then it's all about the new characters. It's like, it's a big universe. Why does it always have to be about the Skywalkers? I mean, it can expand beyond that, And they will always be a significant part of the universe, obviously, because, hello, Darth Vader.
They always
but
be in the core movies, to be fair. I think the Star Wars movies are about the Skywalkers, but then the rest of the movies don't have to be, like.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have to be like the central focus of them, like it has been in the past. I mean,
it's not. It's not. It's not Skywalker Wars.
Skywalker Wars. It is the Skywalker Wars. The Skywalkers are in all 7 movies now.
Yeah.
8 movies now. They have to be there still.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, and they have to be. They don't have to be like the old people. It can be new characters that are Skywalkers,
Like descendants. Yeah.
But they have to be in the Skywalkers have to be in the core movies. That's a fucking one tenement of the Solos and Skywalkers and Organas. Those are the important families, and they have to be there, right?
Actually, 9 movies.
Descendants of.
Rogue One. Yeah.
Rogue One. Well,
that's a side movie. He was talking specifically about.
I was just talking about the core movie. It doesn't have to be Rogue One. Rogue One didn't have to have any connection.
No, it didn't. It was just about But
I'm like saying
all side characters.
I think the core movies have to have a Skywalker or a descendant thereof. Maybe they're not called Skywalkers at some point, but they're clearly descended from them.
Even if it's a Skywalker driving by in a land speeder going up yours, and that's it.
Yes. I second that idea.
I'm just saying.
Definitely.
It doesn't have to be like super strict. It's a family drama, the family action sci-fi movies, and it deals with the fucking Skywalker.
It's a soap opera.
It is
in space.
The space opera with kung fu and
it is a space opera. Well, and
magic and spaceships and like it's awesome. I love it.
Well, I've always said it's science fantasy, not science fiction, because the science is never really explained. It doesn't need to be explained. It just kind of magically works. And that's fine.
Like how the bombs drop from the fucking TIE fighters in Empire, like the new thing everyone's complaining about. Like it's not real, guys. It's fantasy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, there's this new thing in the movie where it's like it takes science fantasy to a new freaking level.
Awesome.
And people are complaining about it. I'm like, but that's what Star Wars is.
Like, what have you been watching for the past 40 years?
That live inside a space worm. There's atmosphere inside the space worm inside an asteroid.
Yes.
Can I keep going? I mean, that's just the one fucking
fire in space. Fire in space.
4 things in one sequence that are unrealistic.
Sound in space. Hello.
There's sound in space. How does the space worm breathe or live or eat? How does it live in a rock in space?
Eat rock? Like what?
Guardians of the Galaxy gets more scientifically correct than Star Wars does.
It does, actually.
Why do minocks live inside it, and why don't they digest it? Right? Like that's guys. Like
there's a lot, and that's just one small example. He's just talking about the space worm in the asteroid. You can take like pretty much any random
entire essay on that one part.
Someone there's a website.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why the space worm is not scientifically
sound. There's a website article explaining how to make it plausible within the context of the movie.
Well, I mean, the other one you could bring up is when they're flying out of it, why did it decide at that moment to take 10 years to close its mouth, and when it actually jumped out, it's able to close its mouth in a fraction of a second?
Guys, someone shoots lightning from their fingers and chokes somebody without touching them, and there are light blades that somehow magically stop.
Yes,
they
stop when they collide with other light blades.
Exactly. I mean,
must be like Rimmer in the later seasons of Red Dwarf. They're made of hard light.
Who basically attacks other Jedis. His name is Yoda, and yes, he's a puppet in the other movies. Go figure that one, guys.
Yes, he was an amazing puppet in the old movies.
Like, that was also a great moment in the original trilogy, or the prequel trilogy, when Yoda starts kicking ass. And you're like, dude, Yoda's kicking
ass. My god, the audience went
ape
shit.
That
part.
I watched.
Not everybody hates that one, but I'm like,
everyone loved it at the time. What are you talking about? Like hypocrites.
I actually watched a 45-minute video. 45-minute video about proving that Jar Jar Binks is a dark Sith Lord, like the ultimate Sith Lord.
That's a popular fan theory. Yes.
Yeah, and this 45-minute video makes it sound like that's what they were going with.
That basically he caused all of that. Everybody says, he caused all that to happen because he's an idiot. It's like, no, he caused all that to happen because he was evil. It was very calculated and intentional.
Comparing everything to, obviously to like showing where his force powers are and stuff like that, and also comparing him to a drunken master.
Jar Jar is Einhorn. Einhorn is Jar Jar.
A very drunken master.
Actually, the reason why no one believes in Star Wars is because their wounds are cauterized by the laser blast and or laser swords that hit them. So that actually makes sense.
Yes.
If you shot somebody with a laser blast like that, like a little short, little blast,
it would burn and cauterize.
Cauterize instantly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I never, even as a kid, I had no problem buying that.
Right? Yeah. No, it's just, but maybe he didn't know that.
I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, if you really wanted to prove it for yourself, all you had to do is take a magnifying glass and burn an ant.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Don't do that, kids. Animal cruelty.
Yeah, don't do that.
Somebody better call PETA.
I mean, unless they're under kitchen counter,
I like PETAs.
You're full allowed to do whatever because they're in your domain. That's how that works.
I have other things I want to say about this movie, but I'm going to wait until you guys actually go see it.
Oh, yeah, we'll have probably a much more.
I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about then.
We've been talking 20 minutes about it, but, like, honestly, when that happens, when we finally see it, we'll probably have, like, an episode where 40 times.
This is the Star Wars episode, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just like last year when we had a Star Wars episode, when Rogue One came out, then when Force Awakens came out.
Thumbnail should just, like, be your face.
The annual Star Wars episode.
Last Jedi, you know.
Let me put it this way: you guys will understand after seeing the movie. You'll understand all of the controversy around
why
it.
Everyone's freaking out.
Obviously, a lot of it is stupid.
Yeah,
but there are also a lot of things that people are talking about, whether they like it or hate it. That they're interesting subjects for debate. I love that about this movie. There's a Star Wars movie that you can have intellectual debates about.
Yep.
You know why? Because it was made by a
pretty cool
filmmaker. That's why.
It's named a filmmaker.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's one thing I'm actually looking forward to seeing, is I've heard that in terms of the style of filming is quite different from previous Star Wars films, and the cinematography, just the way that Rian Johnson shot it, and edited it
still have the
and
wipes
whatnot.
and everything, but
Well, yeah, it has to. I mean, that's part of the whole thing where it's. That again is a throwback to the Flash Gordon serials. Like if you go back to the Flash Gordon serials, it has those kinds of wipes all the way through it. It even has the scrolling text. That's where that's from. It's one of the old Flash Gordon serials.
Literally stolen from that. Yes.
Like blatantly. Like you watch that old serial and it's like, holy shit, this is Star Wars. It's Star Wars done in the 30s with no budget.
Really no budget. Cardboard sets. Literally cardboard sets.
Literally cardboard sets and painted backdrops and stuff.
Yeah, it's absurd. Yeah. You're looking at the guy like, that guy's wearing a piece of cardboard on his chest.
Well, and the spaceships with the sparklers out the back too.
Oh my God.
The thing I always like to bring up is the spaceships with steering wheels.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
they're flying a spaceship. Like, or when they contact
remember
other
to signal before you turn.
The one my dad always brings up is how when they always, and this is not just in Flash Gordon, this is really even going all the way back to the Twilight Zone, where they're up in outer space in a spaceship and they're contacting Earth via a corded phone. They're picking up a landline and calling Earth.
The future, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, the thing that... Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of this fan outrage is some jackasses on internet forums are making up fake arguments about this shit. Oh. And some people who can't read sarcasm on the internet think it's serious. God. And they're like, oh, that's right! Yeah!
It's like, no.
I caught fire. Like, no. Some of those things, you're just like, no.
Yeah, maybe
money. That's not real. That's totally a joke.
Rogue One was
for Star Wars fans.
Text crawl until they decided not to include it. The reason why they didn't include it is they wanted it to be very distinctly separate from the main canon storyline.
Included what? Sorry, I missed the first part that you said.
In
Rogue One, why it doesn't have
the scroll, the crawl, the scroll.
Text crawl in the beginning. Yeah, that's because they wanted the initial main Star Wars movies to all be similar, and yet to have these side stories be kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
Have no real similarity to them.
Exactly. Well, like related, but not, but kind of distinctively.
Yeah, be a part of the story,
thing.
But be very obviously an offshoot from the main story.
Yeah. I'm actually really looking forward to the Han Solo one. I think that's gonna be fun. I've always actually wanted to see the early adventures of Han Solo, so I hope they do something fun and interesting with that.
The pictures of the guy they got to play the young Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty good. Like he
looks
how a young Han Solo would look. I mean, how you'd think he would look.
Yeah, yep, young, good looking, bit of a smart ass.
Not my Han Solo.
Han Solo. Han Solo.
But yeah, I mean, it's more. I think the roguish attitude and whatnot that we really want to see. I think the sarcasm, the wisecracks, yeah, he's kind of the lovable loser in a way because he doesn't always win. I mean, things often blow up in his face, but he somehow manages to get out of it.
I mean, that's the definition of a smuggler.
Which is great, and I think that's one of the things that made him such a charming character and why everybody loves him so much is because he was flawed.
He's the Star Wars equivalent to friggin' Star-Lord.
Yeah, basically.
Really?
And Star-Lord, I'm sure, is very inspired by Han Solo. In some ways.
A lot of those characters are. The lovable misfit, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You love to hate him, you hate to love him, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
One thing I was going to say also about the Flash Gordon serials for a moment was when you watch them, Dr. Zarkov is the big scientific guy who's making all these amazing scientific discoveries that help get them out of various scrapes. But the thing I noticed was everything is always some kind of ray. He's like, I've discovered a ray that can reverse the molecular structure of that particular type of metal. Or like, I've discovered a ray that can get us home. And like everything was rays. It's like this ray, that ray. It's like, I've discovered another ray. Like, really? What is it with you and the rays? It's all rays with you.
Ray that will destroy this wall and we can escape.
That's right. It's always
it's
the kind of ray that they needed.
That ray instead of shooting them. You also just shoot the enemy with the ray.
But next time you watch those serials, keep like a ray counter of like how many different rays Zarkov discovers over the course of them.
Every time he finds or discovers a new ray, drink.
Oh, you died.
That's right, into the drinking game.
You might be dead. It's possible.
That's funny.
On the subject, while we're still on Star Wars, after watching the movie, I really was in Star Wars mode, right?
Yeah.
So I decided to start playing KOTOR 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Nice.
Which I had not yet played yet.
I haven't played either of them.
I have now played like 15 hours of it, and I can tell you, there are elements in the story of this game that like you don't see in any of the Star Wars movies until The Last Jedi.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh.
I really want you to
So this was actually something that was an element of a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that they created for The Last Jedi.
No. Well,
it fit in that expanded universe back then. So why is it a problem now?
Yeah. Well, it's more the stuff that they did that occurs after the original trilogy. I don't know how much of the older like eras they're going to get into in the new movies. I think it's more going to be sort of moving forward rather than looking back.
Well, they're doing a prequel movie, so I think
a little bit, but that's not that far back.
Yeah,
that's not like
go, like
1,000 years in the past.
They might.
But what was I going to say now? But they've taken they kind of cherry picked some other things from the expanded universe. Like for example, Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn, is in the new series, the Star Wars Rebels. Who was a pretty big villain in the
cartoon, and it's not the same way that they were in the books.
No, it's different, but it's
different.
Like
not in like the way I was like, ew. I don't like the new one. They just, I don't know. It's fine, but it's just.
I checked out when they brought back Darth Maul.
And Darth Maul came back.
That's been a thing in all the expanded lore, comic book, and now the cartoons. He comes back because he's not actually dead because the wounds are cauterized. He just lost his fucking legs.
That's right.
If he catches a bar on the way down, he can climb back out. And if it took him hours to climb back out,
he got new legs.
He got like robotic legs or something.
That's right. So it's
he forced off that shit.
He's got robot legs now. It's Brad, dude. It's fucking great. I like that personally. That's just my personal take on it. That's cool though. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was never. It didn't take a lot for me to check out because I didn't really like this show to begin with.
It's an okay show, to be honest.
It was very. I mean, there are episodes that were interesting to watch. Kind of Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Yeah, I've seen very little of it, but I'd like to what I've seen. I definitely like to sit down and
There are
watch
definitely
all
really
of it.
good storylines and episodes in that show, but for me, there's just way too much of it that is just, even for Star Wars, it's just overly cheesy, overly done, and it's just, and some of it is just, I think it's just flat out wrong.
Some of it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. I like.
Yeah.
I've only seen a few episodes, and I'm just like, okay.
It is definitely
things are gonna bother me about it, but I want to watch it.
Definitely a animated cartoon geared towards kids.
It's kids, but doesn't.
You know, there really is no adult undertone.
Now, what I do hear is late season series, like third, fourth season, like starts getting really good. So maybe there's an uptick in quality. I don't know.
No. Actually, even as early as second season, apparently, it didn't take long to find its stride. Apparently, I'm
willing to give it a chance. Star Wars. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. Sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to totally just trample over you.
Oh no, you're good. Because of Stout, I couldn't hear half of what you said anyway. So.
Oh, the typing. Yeah, sorry.
No, it was your bag opening of
that was Sean.
Epic.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I don't blame you though. I make a lot of words. So.
But yeah, he does keystrokes.
Actually, there was the really weird short episode, like, I don't know how many parts it was, can't remember. That Clone Wars with a really weird animation style.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a lot more fun to watch.
Oh, that was by Genndy Tartarovsky, the guy who did Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Tartarovsky.
I have watched that show probably a dozen times. It's really easy to watch because
it's very short. It's like one movie, basically.
Yeah, it's 2.5 hour movies, basically. Or
you can binge it during dinner. But yeah,
stuff. Really good stuff.
It was really good
stuff.
stuff.
It was great.
I remember when it was airing, it would show up at complete random intermixed with commercials.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like the show that you would watch. It would be a commercial, then this Star Wars show, and then the show you were watching.
This was Cartoon Network, okay? Old school, before they actually played real commercials. Mm-hmm. This was before when they did their own commercials. So their commercials were little music videos. The Star Wars thing would happen. There would be new skits made with old animation and new voice acting.
Yeah, there was that whole series they had where it was the behind the scenes of Cartoon Network, and it was like all the characters like driving to work.
Yeah, so that was interstitials because they didn't. It was
hilarious.
The cable channel where you paid for the package and stuff. So that's how you paid for the channel.
Yeah, because it was like. It was. I remember one.
It didn't last that long though.
It was Fred Flintstone in his car, and in the car with him was like Blue Falcon, and obviously Dynamite. And
you can see all these on YouTube now, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're all over YouTube.
Beautiful.
But yeah, there's just like all these. Oh, and like Johnny Bravo, and so and they're all in Fred Flintstone's car.
That's
driving to work, looking for a parking space.
Cars next to him, like God.
Yeah, and in the back you could see like Dick Dastardly's car driving by, and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like if you just look out, you could see all these iconic animated cars
and shit.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, good stuff.
It was it was the days before they were bought out by Time Warner.
Oh yeah.
Before they were.
Commercialized.
Well, they've been commercialized the whole time. And Time Warner for years didn't run commercials. It was a few years after that they started, so it wasn't even like right away.
Oh yeah.
It was after they the problem was they started doing commercials because subscriptions to cable decreased, and they had to keep the revenue up because they got to keep making those shows that were.
Yeah, and they had to come up with something new because when they got bought out by Time Warner, they completely dropped their Hanna-Barbera license. That was probably the dumbest thing they ever did. That was what pissed people off.
I think they got outbid on it. I think is what actually happened.
No, I think they actually just moved the stuff to Boomerang.
Yeah, because that company, I think that was started by a different company. I think, and I think that they outbid for the library. But yeah, I remember that's when Boomerang started around that time. Yeah, that's right. But then they had a huge revenue issues at that point, and I think Cartoon Network almost went away.
I mean, the Hanna-Barbera license was pretty much the reason why I watched Cartoon Network back in the early to mid '90s.
Awesome. Like all the old school stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how I learned about like the Centurions, and, and all of those older shows.
All those great action adventure shows they did.
Yeah, I mean I watched.
Yeah, there were so many great Johnny Quest skits. Anyway,
They were.
oh, and there was this one Scooby Doo. Oh my god.
I was gonna say they were one of the first companies to do action adventure shows with more sort of realistic looking characters. Specifically referring to Johnny Quest, which was basically the first of its kind. And then other companies later sort of jumped on that bandwagon, but they were the first.
You want to talk about a way to do a reboot right?
Mm-hmm.
New Adventures.
Is the New Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Oh, all the Johnny
Holy
Quests have been
shit.
great. They've really been consistently good.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
They had good toys. They had a good show. The best part about that show is it had a continuing story too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah, it was an overarching story.
Watch your like 3-episode block, whatever, which was one story, right, by itself. But then if you watch another 3-episode block, it was the one after that one. There was a continuity to it,
Mm-hmm.
There was always like an overarching villain.
Yeah, and like Race, like there's part like Race is getting tired, and then one adventure he's like having issues with exhaustion. And you're like, why is he so fucking tired? It's because they haven't had a rest. Because in the last episode, they were coming home from the last time they had a disaster, and they had a fucking plane crash. That's why. And I had dang good night's sleep in about 2 weeks. You know? Hey, it's Cass, who's muted.
Hi, Cass.
I'm sorry, I was typing. And Sean, now I know why you're not responding to my messages. You're in here.
Yes.
I didn't realize SNI was on. So
There's messages from Cass, apparently. Cass just told me. I should go and check in case Cass is wondering where I am.
it says that you've seen them. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
Oh,
weird
it's because I've got Facebook on my other computer, so it's lying.
It's seeing it, yeah.
Yeah.
I asked you a couple of questions. It said you saw them, and then you just said nothing. So then I said,
oh, I see that you said I'm waiting.
Yeah. You think he's just reading the message, but he's not. Just open on the other screen off the left and can't see it.
That's funny.
That's great.
I'm gonna run and do some stuff sort of in between, so I don't know how much of this will be around. Because honestly, I didn't know we were coming back this week.
Oh.
I thought it was yesterday.
Oh.
So.
Cass, do you have pickups?
No.
Then why don't we do pickups off, and then we'll come back when he's done. When we're done.
I like Cass how you told me yesterday that you had you were bringing stuff back on the ferry, and you're like, no, it's not trash cans.
Yes.
You said like almost immediately before I started typing.
Because I knew, because it's just so legend. I love how I hadn't even thought to do that really until that SNI was happening, and then I was just kind of like, oh, why not? You know, I didn't really know what kind of reaction I was going to get. It was way more than I ever expected.
Oh,
I didn't realize I was going to create like an SNI legend moment that night.
Basically all it is.
Which one?
You're responsible.
The night of the cavalcade of trash cans.
Oh, yes.
That's why if I could get like real actual emotes in the Discord where like there's like an animated GIF and stuff, I would have one with Cass just holding up a trash can. Just so we could have it, you know.
Oh yeah.
We have two trash cans.
The one where you held up
it's just Cass
can
holding up a trash can, doing like this motion in like infinite loop or whatever, with a trash can inside a trash can.
But
just trash cans. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yep.
Because of you, there is going to be 2 SNI legend moments that will always live down in infamy. That is
God. Are you gonna talk
infinity of trash cans.
The other one I think of.
Yeah, it's the and the Google rant.
Yeah, the Google rant.
Well, that wasn't technically SNI, but
was it? No, yeah, it was.
Oh, I was thinking.
That was on Skinslip's channel. That was the night we can't remember what we did.
We were
playing Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Didn't one of you clip it though, or something?
I did. I took a clip of it, and it's on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. That's probably where I've seen it.
I thought that when he came in while we were playing like Siphon Filter, and he started telling racist jokes while drunk as shit.
Oh, there was that one too.
Yeah. I know it was It was
Drunk, to be
oh
fair.
fuck! Well, it wasn't Siphon Filter.
No,
it
you were
was,
playing-
No, it was Crash Bandicoot, I think, wasn't it?
No, you're
No.
playing Splinter Cell.
It would have been either like probably Killzone.
No,
No, it was a
Or-
spy
No, it
one.
was something Crash Bandicoot-y.
no, it was a
It was
stealth.
a spy one. Yeah.
It was Splinter Cell.
He wasn't
Yes,
there
yes,
for
yes, yes.
No, he wasn't there for Splinter Cell.
No, it
Yes.
was.
Yeah,
I
he
remember.
was.
No, he
I
wasn't.
remember that.
Because we were talking about it at the time, saying, "Gee, it's too bad Cass isn't here. He
And
would
then he
love
showed
this."
up randomly. while we
No,
were hanging
I know
out.
the one you're talking about. It wasn't Splinter Cell. It was like
certainly was.
it was not.
Yeah,
Dude, I have all the videos, all of them.
go
Someone
find
I'm not
the
gonna
video.
watch all 4 hours of Splinter Cell just to prove you wrong.
it. Was Splinter Cell.
It was not Splinter Cell. It was either
I remember
it was
you were
either one of the
filming in an alley.
kill zones
Gotten killed by dude you couldn't see.
or
Well,
possibly
Latin in the chat is saying it was Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
he's right.
one.
I think he's right.
Fuck.
That's the one.
What's
Yeah.
the time when he came drunkenly into silence? I could have swore he came into Splinter Cell drunk.
I
I only
came in
played
a
Splinter
couple
Cell
times that
once,
night.
and he didn't actually come in for that one.
God damn, I could have swore that was that.
It's weird. It's one of those. It's what's that Mandela effect?
Thanks,
It's like-
Colat.
I swear, up and down. I could even picture in my
Our viewers
head
remember more than we do.
section of Splinter Cell he's playing where I swear Cass
Right?
came in drunk.
Right? Yeah.
You're like,
Guys,
guys,
the wall, and he's like just jumping in midair, and he
Oh, wait.
got killed. Right?
Mandela effect.
He's in the middle of the alley, and he's jumping up and down because he's doing the wrong button. Right? Like he's doing the grab wall button.
I showed him that clip later, but he wasn't there for it.
Fuck.
can we allow the guy who actually did the thing to say what he remembers about
You
the
were
thing?
drunk. I don't believe you. Go ahead, Cat.
Fair
a
point. I came in a couple of times that night. The time when I came in and told the "Are you Jewish?" thing was during Jack and Daxter. So we may have been playing that earlier in the evening when I came in a different time.
Oh,
I think that's entirely possible because
That's possible. That's why
I
I'm
remember. I'm pretty sure I played Splinter Cell for a little bit and I got frustrated with it, so it's possible we went on to play more Jack and Daxter or something.
I think that sounds right.
Might have been
there
the
was
same
another
night.
But I
time.
remember when he came in at one point, Sean is like, he's been spotted in an alleyway, and he wants to dive for cover, but instead he's just jumping up and down up and down, just over and over again. And Cass is stumbling drunkenly on his cell
I never
phone.
went back to Splinter Cell after
Oh, that was a different time. That was a completely different time.
No, I showed him that clip later. He wasn't there when we did it live.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, but I just remember that clip
Yeah, 'cause, no,
Oh no, I've been spotted.
together. It's great. It's fine. I
stumbling on my cell phone with
like three things together.
I hope he doesn't see me.
It's not killed.
Because there was another time it was SNI, and I was out for my friend's birthday, and I remember I came in and crashed the hangout from my cell phone while I was like at the bar.
Yes.
Because like all of a sudden it's just
yeah,
like I came
right.
in, there's just like a cacophony of noise, and everyone's like, "What the hell?" And you just see me there like holding up a mug of beer and drinking from it. You're like, he's at the bar.
You're at the loudest possible place with the
It was like a
shittiest
German
possible
restaurant. Yeah.
microphone. Because it's just all we heard on the other end was just.
And just cheers.
We heard all the talking.
You
every
just
last-
had this drunk shit-eating grin on your face, and you're drinking.
We heard every word.
Almost like you're doing the noise on purpose just to be an asshole.
Mike was so good and bad at the same time because we heard all the noises, all of them at once. That's the problem.
So I had bathroom stories, but I can only unfortunately remember one of them right now because it's been so long.
Sorry, Carlatin was just also mentioning, or like that time Cass lost his shit when Sean was playing the game Amy.
Yes.
He
I really
lost his
watch
shit.
that actually fairly often.
There was a couple of times, it's like when I was diving for cover under the desk, something there cracked him up, and then also.
Oh yeah, well the aim, like actual Amy, like she was like quivering randomly, just like there was a little glitch in the animation.
And then there was the part where we were joking about me just leaving her stranded on the elevator platform.
Yeah. Well, and then like you sent the elevator back up to her, and I was like, you should have hit the button right when she was running for it. Just.
Well, then there was the whole thing where the zombies were coming after us, and I forgot. I didn't realize I was supposed to hold her hand. I thought she would just run along with us.
Oh god, I remember that. Okay,
So
sorry.
it's like they slam
that was the
and
thing I
lock
was
the
laughing
door,
about.
and I'm like, where the hell's Amy?
After you fuck! I remember yelling
Well, that was the thing I was laughing about. Was I was like, "Yeah, you're being such a great parent here." I'm like, first you leave her to die in some room, and then you send her plummeting down an elevator shaft.
And then I leave her in a room full of zombies. Like, screw you, kid, I'm out of here.
I remember that one. I think I made a offhand comment where it was something like, Sean, you would be the kind of person that would grab her hand and start running, and then only 5 minutes later you realize that the only thing you're holding on to is a stub hand.
Yeah.
Not even realize that she had been eaten a long time ago.
That's right.
You're just running down a hallway like this with a bleeding stump hand.
It's just dragging a zombie that's been holding on the stump the whole time. You know?
Now all I can think of is the Hey Arnold's Christmas.
Oh my god!
It took me 5 minutes to animate a GIF, by the way.
Like, you literally ruined that fucking. That was my favorite Christmas special, and you ruined it for me. And you know how much you ruined it
Forever.
for me? Every time I saw a GIF of the goddamn thing, a GIF on Facebook, and just seeing that GIF.
And the best part was somebody shared it and was like, you know, it was one of those like if you cry every time things. And you're like,
Yeah.
downstairs. He's like, and then there's Cass.
Yes, because I saw that was immediately what I thought of. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
really
like
just
if
funny.
you cry it every time you
Son
see
of a
this
bitch.
scene, and my comment at the very bottom underneath is just a guy with bleeding stump hands. He's just like,
So
For those who don't know,
yeah. So
Yeah,
we're
you better
watching-
explain it, because there may be some people who don't know.
Yeah, I think we have before, but I'll do.
Yeah,
it
we
again.
have, so
several
just
times.
as a refresher.
yeah.
We've done hundreds of episodes. Please explain.
Yes. Go watch all of our back episodes until you get to that explanation.
It's probably around every Christmas time we retell this.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably. That's okay.
Probably narrow your search down.
We have our own tradition. Go.
So Eric and Stout and I were watching the Hey Arnold Christmas special one year. This was a few years ago.
Which is a
just
great
three of us.
special, by the way.
It is actually. It's really good.
Yeah.
I actually, of the three of us, hadn't really seen a lot of Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
So I had never seen this Christmas show before at all.
So yeah, in all seriousness, it is actually a fantastic Christmas special.
Yeah, I actually really
and that scene really is emotional. We were just slightly drunk and being idiots.
Especially the part where the guy lifts the baby into the helicopter blades. That part's very
So
that's
emotional.
So basically, the whole story is it's when it's like it's their teacher, right?
Say what?
what?
It's their
What?
teacher. Let me talk.
We are. Talk.
It's well, it kept being like it's their blah, 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 and they're like, wait, what? What? So, anyways, no, the guy who was back in Vietnam, it was their teacher, right?
No,
it was somebody who lives in the building owned by
was
Harold's
Pigeon Man, right?
grandparents.
no.
No,
It was the
it's Mr. Wynn.
Mr. Wynn. That's it. It's the Asian guy.
You started
basically,
the Asian guy.
So basically, what it is it's retelling like the whole thing when they were evacuating people out of Vietnam and thing like that, and everybody was trying to get on these helicopters, but they only had so much room, and so finally, like the helicopter was full and ready to leave. They had room for one more person, and so what he does is he offers up his daughter to be the last person to go on the helicopter and become separated from her, and he's never seen her again. So, like, yeah, very seriously, quite emotional, especially if you know the historical context there.
Yeah, if you
So-
watch the show.
So basically, yeah, and so like they're just showing the whole thing going to hell.
It's so sad.
So it's like, you know, you can see like he's thinking about it like that, and they're standing by the helicopter, and all the animation is he holds his daughter up, and right as he did this, I just went ring into the helicopter. And then I just heard Eric and Stout in unison just, oh my god! You're shocked.
No, because it's animated really weird because there's like
the angle.
2 or 3 seconds where he starts to offer up his daughter. He offers her up off camera.
Yeah.
So, but then it cuts real quick to like him like doing it towards the screen, so you can see like he's offering up to the
You just
people
see her, like,
standing in the
sticking up
helicopter.
air, so-
But yeah, he just goes like this. So we're all just like. And of course, the conversation after laughing to the point of peeing ourselves almost, the conversation continued with stuff like bringing his hands back down, and all you see is like bloody stumps, which is where the animated GIF of that post came from. Or the other popular one is like him bringing his hands back down. All he has is like 2 legs, so he like hands the legs to the
It's like the skeleton of the daughter.
It was horrible. It was.
That's terrible.
So
They're terrible people are going to hell.
I
I never.
follow me up on that.
No.
I'll tell my bathroom story while it's still
Mom's
fresh in my
giving me
mind.
the wow, you're so fucking loud look.
I believe it.
Or rather, she starts to give me that look, but then looks over and sees the blazing floodlight right next to me and immediately starts squinting. So, my plan is working.
So anyway, so my bathroom story.
Oh, yes, your bathroom story.
So I was on the ferry the other day.
Uh-huh.
I've been on a few times, and
Yes, we
I
know.
remember. Anyway. So I was texting my best friend, and I said how I could feel some rumbles coming on, and I could tell like it wasn't a fart I was going to trust. So I was going to go to the washroom just to be sure.
Rather than going, you had to text all this to your friend first. I feel some rumbles coming on. Send. I don't think they're ones I can trust. Send. I should probably go to the bathroom. Send. Really not going to trust this one. Send.
Yep, shouldn't have trusted that one.
2 seconds pause.
It looked like a big
Too
C.
late. Send.
I'll be with you in a moment. Send.
And hijacked, of course.
Wish I had brought other extra underwear. Send. And pants.
Hey, they have underwear in the gift
and
shop.
socks.
Thank God for his
And
Spencer's
shoes.
gift. Send.
I think I'm leaving a trail. Send. You ever see those trails that slugs leave? Yeah, picture that, but my poop.
Send.
It's always an exciting journey to see how Sean will hijack Cass's story.
I'm getting a lot of awkward stares. Send. I'm being escorted off
Sorry,
the
Cat.
Evacuating the ship.
Epic of text messages.
I'm currently on a lifeboat.
I've been ejected from the ferry. In the middle of the ocean.
I farted in the lifeboat. They've ejected me from the lifeboat.
Thank God my phone is waterproof. Send.
I didn't know it was the Captain's Lounge. I thought it was the bathroom.
I'm floating aimlessly in the Pacific Ocean. Send.
There was a shark, but it swam
Bubbles.
away in disgust. Send.
Send help, please.
Yeah, send help. Send.
Send help.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Mom just let loose the biggest fart on the balcony. I could hear it even above all you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
You shit on the balcony? Double shot. No joke. Yo, did you poop?
So, so did you make it?
I can tell the story, King. This one is simple. She's done that before. There was one time when I had brought her up to Sean's place, and she went out on the balcony to have a cigarette after being on the plane or whatever. So Sean and I are just talking amongst ourselves with each other. And then, all of a sudden, out of the balcony, just heard, like we kept talking a bit, and then we both just stopped. We're like, "Was that what we think it was?"
I don't know what you even said.
finally Sean asked her, and then just silence.
I'm just waiting for your mom to do that, and then just have your neighbor go, "Holy crap! What the fuck?"
Oh my god!
Do you need a napkin or something?
Maybe a wet nap or something.
Wet nap or a...
Oh
Ow.
my god! Ow!
Wow.
That sounded painful.
I
Actually,
felt
that happened to me on the toilet the other day. You know how normally when I go to poop, the technique is don't waste all of your muscle strength on farts. Because farts you can just kind of ease out gently and then save your muscle strength for the actual poop part. So I misjudged where the farts ended. So I just let one go. Like, okay, that feels like that was it. I'm pretty sure the next one's a poop. So I pushed with all my might, and it was just like, like, ow!
I've done that so many times.
So it's like,
yeah, you feel like you start to push because you feel like what's gonna come out is a poop, and it just goes like.
Well, I hate is when you get like the air pockets and like behind them.
Oh yeah, it's like little.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you poop a big, and then it's just like the rest of it just like shoots out like a cannon.
That's right.
Like it's the primer to a bullet.
So what was the rest of your story?
Caroline goes, "Mom farts, send."
Oh yeah, that's the story that you can never live up to now. There's nothing that
Sorry, I was just gonna say though, Sean, I love the idea of somebody else being in the bathroom when you were in the stall and just hearing the hell.
Sadly, this was at home, so only I was there. But yeah, it was definitely an ow.
Oh no.
I just see text come up that says "Cass farts." What is this?
Oh, it's we've seen this.
That's all I've been thinking of.
Pluto's remix of my office fart.
Girl said hallelujah. Girl said
Oh yeah.
hallelujah.
Once upon a time there...
Yeah. The Cast Fart remix. I'll leave that up for the YouTube
That was
video.
the best one. Totally clips of the.
Go back to original story.
Yes.
Yes. The text message adventure.
Same as I sent my best friend. I just sent him one text, and basically I said, "I feel like I'm about to have a loud fart in the bathroom." I said, "I wonder."
Sorry.
I wonder if I should try and compete with the fairy horn because there's a really loud horn that goes off.
Oh yeah.
My money's on Cass.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so it'd be funny if I preempted it. It'd be like because they do an announcement for the people on the outside decks. It's quite loud. Like, ladies and gentlemen,
they
the ship's
mistake
whistle is
it
about
for the horn.
the ship's whistle is about the sound. People outside heard that.
Rolling like thunder across the water.
There's so much that you get splashback, right? Like.
So
Just from
anyway,
the violence
so I sent
of the
this,
air.
and my best friend is like Alex, by the way, Sean.
Yeah.
So Alex, so I said I should try and compete with the horn. He's like, no. Wait for a quiet moment. I was like, okay. And so I went in, and like literally just as I went in, it was like I don't actually know if there were a couple people in there.
Yeah.
There was like nobody else in any of the stalls. It was actually a particularly quiet moment in the porcelain amplifier.
Uh-huh. The room of reflective surfaces.
So I sat down, and just to build it up a bit more to myself, I said very quietly to myself, I went, and a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. And then I proceeded to nearly laugh my ass off by myself in the stall.
Oh,
That sounds like the one I had at work this week. It went.
Farts with character.
It's like my own
Well-developed
like,
backstories.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
so we should do pickups, maybe, huh?
I have nothing.
What?
I have a few things.
I know it's been 2 weeks, and I actually have nothing because all my money went towards
I gotta
bills
go.
and food and stuff.
I gotta go bathroom first.
I have 11 things.
All right, you
Our
go, Matt.
suggestion.
I
Three
got.
things.
What's your what? I mean,
I'll probably have some things next week because it'll be after Boxing Day.
I had 2 pre-orders that I paid for months ago.
And it go while you guys see this.
One gift, and then a bunch of stuff I've got on Black Friday that were gifts also. I got a gift card for my Christmas, but on Black Friday. I mean, since we've been gone, I just had them in this giant stack waiting to talk about.
Oh my god.
No! I hate you.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, I hate you.
So yeah, I have 3, 2 physical, 1 digital, thanks to a very generous Ginger here in the chat.
Ah, yeah, I got something from a generous Ginger also here in the chat.
I also got something from a generous Ginger.
I've already forgotten what it was.
I was actually playing it earlier today.
Wow.
Oh no, I know what it was now. I know what it was.
So thankful for that gift, you forgot her.
That's right.
Thanks. What was it again?
It was, yeah, and that's literally the only thing I got this week. Yeah,
Hey.
but yeah, next week will be post Boxing Day, so I don't have a ton of money for it, but I'll probably get a few things anyway.
Yeah, next
Yeah,
I will definitely have many more pickups.
I'll probably have
excellent.
3 or 4.
Gentleman. Crawled into a stout gentleman ginger.
Actually,
My own ones weren't. I didn't buy almost any of my movies like this month for myself, like at all. I
yeah,
bought 1 movie for myself this month. 1.
there you go.
I have some things that I picked up over the last few weeks. but not
Yeah,
everything.
Actually, the few things that I did buy that were non-essential items were gifts, so I didn't.
Did you also get Van Helsing and Vampire Circus again?
Oh yeah, that's right. Finally, I'm not pulling them off the shelf again.
Oh, I also got the Van Helsing and no.
But in addition to that, I also got Van Helsing and Vampire Circus. What was I going to say? Yeah, speaking of cheap games, Steam Summer Sale. No, Winter Sale.
Wrong
It's
season.
summer
Just
already?
to go against type, they're doing the summer sale in winter. No,
You're not-
the Steam Winter Sale is on right now until January 4th at 10 a.m. At least 10 a.m. I'm guessing Pacific. I don't know. They didn't specify, but
Pacific or East.
might be different. Anyway, till January 4th at some time in the morning.
Plenty of good deals, too.
So lots of good deals.
That too, since it
Yeah,
rolls over
basic-
the month.
Yeah, basically one thing. What I usually do with those sales is try to just clear a bunch of shit off my wish list. So, hoping to get a few things. At the very least, I want to get Cuphead. I think it's about time I got Cuphead.
Yeah, I
It's,
want Cuphead too. That
yeah.
game was so much fun.
It looks so beautiful. Like, I just love the art style of that, and I've heard it's like old school hard, like old school NES and
You are
Super NES hard. So,
Oh my
um,
god!
I was
Somebody,
forward to that.
somebody gift Sean getting over it, please.
Oh, geez.
I need to see him rage.
One that thinks he needs to play Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki Literature
No.
Club.
No,
Yelling,
please.
"Fuck you! Stop talking! You said this already!" So cool though. Anyway,
Yeah, was it you that was recommending that Doki Doki Literature Club? I forget why now, but there was some reason.
It's one of those I can't explain why because it ruins the game. if
Oh,
you
okay.
do.
means
But
that's
it's
what-
just-
a visual
I will
novel,
say-
kind of.
I think it was that you said it looks like it's one of those games, but as you get
Yeah.
into it, you realize it's quite different and goes to some
Yes.
really weird places.
yes.
Yeah, it is.
Or
It is
dark places,
incredibly
whatever.
meta.
You definitely
I
need
will
to play it. You
Okay, cool. Yes, meta. That's what it was. I like meta.
Yeah, it's meta as fuck. I'm gonna.
Like fucking, I always say, like when I played I'm Scared, like that was so damn good. Like it was far better than I was expecting.
That's as much as I'm gonna say. It's a lot like that.
Nice, awesome. I really enjoyed that experience.
File manipulation and all that shit.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like that.
So
Oh,
definitely-
hey.
and it's free, so you just.
Oh yeah. Free.
Speaking of gifts, I just got a gift from Major Matoko, aka Commander Shepard, of Elite Dangerous. Awesome.
Right.
Thank you so much. That's basically an update of an old Amiga game that was really big. They had Elite and Elite 2 on the Amiga, and they were pretty big, popular strategy games at the time. And I saw that they'd done like this epic update of it for modern computers, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'd love to get into that.
Yeah,
But it's basically like trading and space battles and stuff like that in space.
Oh, dude, is this
Yeah.
group up in this? Because God, I can imagine some dumb shit we'd get into. It's MMO.
I think you can. I'm pretty sure it has multiplayer.
Oh God, I can imagine the dumb shit we get
So
ourselves.
if we want to get in on that, yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Have our own
Elite
little pirate
Dangerous
gang.
Also,
a knee-jerk response to what's that game that's in perpetual? It's got hundreds of
Star
millions.
Citizen.
Star Citizen. Yeah.
right now they're in a lawsuit right now too.
Oh, yeah,
wow,
because they pulled
Oh,
out and without consent. What was the company? It was Crytek. That's what it
No,
was.
they were using the Cry engine, and
They
then
were using the Cry engine, and
they
then
signed
they
a deal specifically to use the Cry engine. They got money for it,
Yeah.
and then a subsidiary version of the Cry engine that's from Amazon,
Okay.
and that's against the rules of their
Oh,
their
Contract.
agreement they signed, so they're suing over it because they did it without
Um,
consultation or anything. They
sorry,
thought
Duncan.
they could do that.
Duncan Large is just saying Elite Dangerous is brilliant. You can even land on planets, and he says it is full online multiplayer. So
Oh
there
yeah,
you go.
definitely. It's on my wish list. I just looked up. We definitely should get in on that. Get
How
ourselves
much is
trouble.
how much is it going for right now? I don't even know.
Pretty cheap. $7.50.
$7.
So like $11 Canadian, 11, 12 maybe,
About tree
Okay.
fitting.
maybe 10. Depends on which production. It's between 10 and 12 for you, depending on your.
Well, I will find out here. $10.
See, it's between those two. Just depends on where your currency is.
$10.
Compared to our,
$10 Canadian.
There.
Canadian.
There's my first gift of the night to chat.
Holy shit! It's 75%. It's normally $40.
Yes, it is.
That
It's
is-
actually on sale frequently, but it's usually like 3 times that price.
Yeah, it's usually not that cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25 instead of 40 usually.
Oh, so it's what No Man's Sky should have been.
It's
Well-
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's what I wanted No Man's Sky to be.
Yeah, it's what
Yeah,
a lot
my
of people.
question is,
It's gonna be.
did David Braben have anything to do with this?
I don't know who that
He
is.
was Elite Dangerous is the third sequel to 1984's genre-defining Elite. David Braben was the guy who did the original.
Okay.
It was like a one-man thing, pretty much.
Huh?
1984. It must be because it's a direct sequel to the
Well, let's
originals.
see here. Wikipedia. Elite Dangerous. It tells.
Frontier Developments. Yeah, the second was called Elite 2 Frontier.
Yeah,
So-
Elite 1984, David Braben.
Yeah.
Yeah, director's David Braben. Yep.
Fucking A. That's awesome.
There you go.
There's been a few cases like that where they've taken
On Kickstarter.
classic beloved Amiga games and done like modernized updates of them.
They got it off for Kickstarter, which is great.
Nice. which is
We should all
awesome.
definitely get on this because we can totally support this.
Absolutely. He's like one of the original indie developers.
Yeah.
Like literally from back in the late 80s or mid 80s. And then the sequel Frontier came out in early 90s, I think.
Eric and me will get into some stupid shenanigans and just ruin it for everybody.
That was usually, yeah.
We grew mushrooms and we made the mushroom market crash.
Fuck you and your mushrooms.
Eric, I have a really great idea. Hey, if we do this little thing on this one planet, we could totally crash blank market. And sounds like a fucking cool idea. Let's do it.
It kind of reminds me of Descent Free Space.
I never played that one. I did play the first 2 Descents, though. I really like Descent 2 in particular. I had a lot of fun with that one. I still have them somewhere. Nice. Major Matoka says, I played Elite Frontier for the Amiga and loved the box set with a huge manual, map, and novel. Yeah, that was back in the day when they gave you, like, serious pack-ins with the packaging. Like, you would get a computer game and pick up the box, and it had some heft to it, you know, because there was stuff in there. Not just the disc. But,
no, the one, actually, hold on.
Cool.
I can provide a visual example.
Oh, Jesus, can't hear. I'm going to take the headphones off.
So are we going to do, like, pickups?
Oh, yeah.
That's
See, I don't have any, so...
Yeah, we could.
I'll just say what my one pickup was from Stout. It was a Steam game called Use Your Words, which is, sounds fun.
Yes.
There we go.
And we got into just talking about games.
Oh, look at that.
Let me find it here. Use Your Words. So I'm just find the description here for you guys. So it's something apparently you guys can participate in. So it says, Use Your Words is the new party game for funny people and their unfunny friends. Laugh your way through 4 hilarious minigames. Use your smartphone to fill in the blanks, or trust your luck using one of our answers to get laughs. No matter your strategy, Use Your Words brings comedy home. It's kind of like Mad Libs. And I think there's an app that you guys can get and participate in it with me, or something like that. But
I hope it's on sale for $5 too.
And it is on sale for $5. Yes.
No, I said this other game's on sale for $5.
Oh, sorry, never mind. Oh, here it is. So it features 4 hilarious minigames with tons of content. Support for all HDMI 5 enabled devices, so computer or tablet or whatever. Family mode to filter out adult or otherwise controversial prompts, but we won't be using that. A classy vintage soundtrack with songs by legendary composer Bob Thompson. Never heard of him. Hours and hours of playful content with more to come. But here's the part that's interesting. Up to 1,000 spectators will be able to watch and vote for their favorite answers. So there you go.
So even if you can't be one of the 6 people playing the game, you can still vote on like what the most raunchy jokes are, what the most inappropriate. It
says this game is played locally, but remote players can play via stream or video conference. Okay, cool. So we'll have to do maybe a test run of that, kind of get a feel for how it works, and then let the hilarity commence.
I have seen people play this, and you know how that they talk about how they have those like answers that you can give if you can't think of anything.
Yeah.
You know, just like the ones that they randomly give you in these kinds of games to use. They're actually good in this game. Like, usually they're really crappy, right? They're really cheesy, and you can tell. No, you can't tell. These are really good jokes that they tell. So, even if you have to use what they call a house answer, chances are people aren't going to be able to tell, and they're going to vote. So.
Nice.
Yeah, but here you go, Sean. Here's a perfect example.
Oh, hold on a second. Nice. The original Wing Commander. That's awesome.
So, yeah, when you open it up, first off, this is the version that came with the Secret Missions expansion.
Yes.
And
I think I got that through GOG a while ago, the whole set.
Here's all the...
Oh, yeah, see, that's what you don't get when you get things digitally.
Yeah, you got, order manuals. Here's a disc exchange form, if your discs go bad.
You're faulty,
here's the offensive layout on all the keyboard keys.
All the controls,
something like that. Back history of how to run it, how to start it, the game.
Wow, look at all that.
Here's the onboard magazine called Claw Marks.
Nice. So it's like the Tiger Claw's actual sort of onboard newsletter thing.
So, but these are right here is what I was most interested in. Let me get these
Tiger's Claw. The Tiger Claw in the movie.
Obviously, all these games came with their product catalog. This is the Origin.
We build worlds. Yeah.
So
that's right, Ultima, Wing Commander.
Ultima, with there's one in here.
They had was it Sky Commander or something? It was one with fighter jets, but using the same engine as Wing Commander.
Yes.
I forget what it was. Not as well known.
Read this first, the quick start installation guide.
Yeah.
But this was the big thing here. It came with full detail blueprints of the ships.
Oh, nice. That is so cool.
So there's there's the Raptor. We have
Yeah, I think with GOG you just get like PDF versions of all that.
yeah.
Which is nice that you can get them.
Oh
Here's
yeah,
the
for sure.
Especially some of those games are like, to run this game, go to page 32 of your manual. What is the fourth paragraph of Sheridan's text? I'm like, oh, fucking Christ. That's not even on this page. What are you asking me? Are you taking this page?
Here's
This page?
right.
Does it count this page as one or this page as one? You're like, oh. Anyway.
Scimitar.
Scimitar. And last but
Nice.
not least, here's the one, the first ship you fly in the game, actually. Yeah, pull it here. The ever famous, what put Wing Commander on the map, the Hornet.
The Hornet, yes.
This is that green ship that if you accidentally shoot at the beginning of the game, you get scolded and instantly lose.
I got a kitty.
Don't shoot your friends.
Yeah. So I remember where I found this. I was at one of those, it was one of those like open flea markets, and this was literally thrown underneath like a cupboard.
Wow.
It wasn't out on a shelf. It was actually slid underneath, and I picked it from a distance. I go, what the hell's that? And I look and I reach under and I pull this out.
You're
I
like,
go,
mine.
What?
Yep.
So random.
That's
Yeah,
so
completely
crazy.
Random. I've
How
never
much
had
did it, how much was it? Do you remember?
It was like $5.
Wow.
Fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey,
That
I'm building
in that
a house.
in that condition with all the pack-ins, I mean that's a phenomenal find.
That's a really
I mean,
great idea.
that is like near mint. That's
It's some
fantastic.
item that you got in clearance that's cheap, right? That's some
Beautiful.
weird like pop culture thing when you're building a house, and just hide it inside like some weird place, like underneath a cabinet or behind the fridge plug. So like, the only way someone can find it is like 50 years now, someone's redoing the wiring or something. Like, what the fuck? It's still sealed. I'm still confused.
Yeah, this
How did
is
this
obviously
get here?
IBM PC version, 100% and 100% compatibles.
Oh my god!
This was the later package release, obviously that comes with a secret mission expansion. It has the game player sticker on it. Best PC arcade action game of 1990.
Yep.
Woo! 27 years ago.
I remember when that came out. My PC friends loved it. There was an Amiga version, but not until about 4 years later.
This was my dad's game. He played
Actually,
the shit
we
out of this game. I remember when I was
Yeah,
little.
no, we didn't. Yeah, we got an Amiga version. No, it wasn't 4. Maybe it was like 2 years later, I think. We got like 92, 93, something like that. But,
Yeah, a Chris Roberts game with the badge on the bottom says from the creators of Ultima.
yeah, Chris. Well, Origin, anyway. I don't know how many people are on the crew for that from Ultima.
It just says from the creators of Ultima
Yeah.
on it.
Anyway, so was that?
Pickups?
1990, the one I was playing a lot was,
Pickups?
well, actually, it wasn't until 1992, but it was a game from 1990, was Rise of the Dragon. Really liked Rise of the Dragon.
Pickups?
There will be a
Pickups?
retro episode. Well, actually, a few retro episodes about that, actually.
Pickups?
Pickups?
And I still have the packaging for that, which is another one with
Pickups?
lots of heft to it and stuff in the box.
Hiccups.
All right, let's start with Zach.
Yay.
What you got, Zach?
Okay, so part of my Secret Santa gifts that I got for a couple of different exchanges was this.
Oh, a prostate massager. Very nice. Thoughtful.
Wow. It's so... It's like you're in the movie.
And I also got Blue Velvet on Blu-ray.
Hooray!
Nice. I really need that one. Such a good movie.
Maybe Criterion will get a good release of that. So
Yeah, why isn't Criterion done that? Like, seriously.
rights. That transfer's not that great either.
Dino
Wow.
De Laurentiis,
Yeah.
that's why.
Not the best. It's just
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is Dino
And
being
then-
a stickler?
On Amazon for cheap, and I think I bought it with Stoud's affiliate links, if I remember right. I got Shane.
Shane!
wasn't
Classic.
mine. I
Yeah.
got like nothing. Owen clicked through on mine.
And The Beguiled for $6.50. Like this came out like 2 months ago.
Wow.
I really want to see
That's
that.
crazy.
And it's hilarious. This was $6.50, and it's still $6.50 on Amazon. I went to Walmart tonight. The DVD with the slipcover is $18.
What the hell?
I really want to see that.
But DVD's so much cheaper.
A bunch of people shot on that film, but there's a few, like, the review still interested me enough in the movie that I'm like, fuck, I guess I'm going to see this film. It's one of those, like, I got to see it for myself.
Twin Peaks.
Nice.
Oh, Twin Pen Peaks.
That's so cool.
Twin Pin Peaks? Twin Peaks.
Makes sense of it.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Twin Pen
A limited event series.
Twin Pen Peaks. That's my favorite.
And this came back in print. Game Chasers Season 2.
Oh, nice.
Get that.
And then I helped fund the Indiegogo campaign for Season 4 on Blu-ray, and I got the signed edition.
Nice.
Need to get
Very
those.
nice.
And then Walmart. And far-flung Walmart, I found a couple of classics that I've just been looking for forever and just can't find them. So in the 374 bin, I found Half-Baked.
Oh, dude, it's a fucking classic.
Yep. And then, this outrageously funny movie. I mean, this is a total classic. It's one of my favorite actors of all time. Pauly Shore.
Oh, my God.
Academy Award-winning humorist, Pauly Shore.
I like the Army now.
It's outrageously
Does he do
funny.
the weasel in that one? Is he the weasel in that one?
No, this is the one where he gets punched in the face like 5 times and he gets shoved in pig shit.
Excellent.
I don't remember that one very fondly
Comedy
at all. I remember
master.
Biodome.
This is a fucking classic around my area.
I am not surprised
We're
at
in
all.
we're in farming communities, so
Yes.
yeah, this is something that farmers love.
It's a farming comedy. Therefore, best
actually
movie
is.
ever.
It's hilarious when them city folk come out to the farm.
The laugh is for the exact opposite reasons that real people who watch that movie do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They laugh at it
What,
just
they're not real people?
But the dumb city kid don't know what's going on. Ha ha ha! And then
Yeah,
the rest of us are like, ha ha! It's funny because those dumb farmers are mistreating him. It's
Yeah.
different, right?
Exactly.
It's funny. It's too.
I still find this movie fucking funny.
It's
I
humor for
try
everyone.
to watch it like every few things.
What
All
you're
walks
saying-
of life.
What
Yeah.
Skins Up is saying here is that son-in-law works on multiple levels.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
You
Yeah.
could say,
I know I
you
said
could
that
say in the
originally.
echelon of the film, movie, flick, and fuck, this is a film.
I know I said that derisively, but I don't mean that derisively to either side. It's just the way it is. It's just perspectives of the same piece of art.
That's the
It
way
proves
it
that-
is.
There's no wrong way to interpret
It's
art
also hilarious,
when you do it right.
zany, and fun.
Whoa, zany.
And fun.
And fun.
Oh, hey, Duncan just said, thanks for doing SNI tonight. I turned 37 on the 22nd, so I needed a chance to share my tea with everyone. Have tea! And
All I
Merry
have to
Christmas.
ask is, in a row.
Can I
Well-
go next?
Well, okay, just 1 second. So, happy day after your birthday, Duncan.
Happy birthday!
Only 3 more years
Birthday,
until
Duncan.
you're over the hill.
Duncan
That was
has
everything.
Elite
Enjoy
Dangerous,
the
so
last
it's
3
funny.
years of your fleeting youth. Oh, okay, all done there, Zach? All right.
He has Elite Dangerous, so he might be joining us too.
Sweet. Awesome.
I just gotta get the games.
Yes, you do. So,
wait.
slip of skin. Did
Yeah,
you
oh,
wanna
sorry, yeah.
Do your pickups?
All right, here we
You
So from Black
was on the phone
Friday,
for a while.
I didn't have any money for Black Friday, so my mom gave me a gift card for Christmas early, so I can have it for Black Friday. And so I got Annabelle, so I complete my Conjuring collection for now.
Yay! That wasn't bad. That's a
I got
good
Out of the
part.
Shadows,
I still need that.
so I can, and then this wasn't on sale, but I found it for like $6. So
Ooh,
it's
nice.
sold.
That was pretty good.
It was
Good-
used, but
good new
it's
chapter.
fine. Got Independence Day 2. And I got Under the Skin. It's really good.
Nice.
I upgraded. I think I talked about this one. I don't remember.
Oh,
I
sweet.
upgraded my favorite.
Such
Batman
a good
animated
movie.
film.
Yeah, that's so good.
Last of the Black Friday pickups. This is the only one I bought with my own money. Blu-ray
Nice.
collection.
Fucking A. extended.
I like
only way
that
to
they
go.
all have black cases, just like the extended Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but they don't have the same kind of box. It's like a thin box.
That's
but
true.
here, the
Yeah.
3D edition has the same box. So now I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna buy the 3D set also at some point. So I
And
can
the funny thing
To
is,
appease the
3D
OCD.
box, the 3D box looks smaller on the Hobbit, but they're actually the Hobbit box is actually bigger, ever so slightly than the Lord of the Rings box.
I'll basically wait until I find it in the wild, like a, and it's all beat up. But I just want the fucking box since the internals are all the same. Anyway.
Well, and plus you get the 3D versions.
From generous viewer Strumdog, he sent out the Target exclusive edition of season 1 of Stranger Things. So,
Nice.
I don't have a Target near me, so thank you very much for that.
I don't have a Target at all because I'm in Canada.
I'm about over 2 hours away from you.
I will never have that edition, I guess.
The only thing I bought frivolous for myself this month that wasn't like Black Friday related was this. I imported this copy of Road Games.
Ooh.
From Australia.
Stacey Keach and Jamie Lee Curtis.
This is never going to get a U.S. release because of rights issues, I hear. So I was like, okay, I'll pay. It was $15. So I was like, okay.
Wow, that's really cheap, actually.
Pre-ordered back in, I don't know, August, September, October time.
I know what this is. Yeah.
I think it's October. Suspiria, the steelbook. Here's the front of the slipcover. Here's the back of the slipcover.
Fuck, that's so beautiful.
Here's the front. This is nice. This is pretty nice. But this is goddamn gorgeous.
That's amazing.
This is so gorgeous. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Comes with the soundtrack. I don't want to disassemble the whole thing like you just...
You know, that ethereal lighting with all the reds and stuff, it reminds me of Freddy vs. Jason.
The bucket stuff. Anyway, last, for my birthday, I picked up this Ray Harryhausen Volume 2, which has...
That's a really nice box.
Mysterious Island.
Yay! I've got that from Twilight Time, actually.
Jason and the Argonauts.
Nice.
Yeah.
First Man in them. And that completes.
That's the only one I don't have.
So I remember, like, I think I showed this to people. Like, no, it was just in private. We talked about this over a month ago.
There's still a couple of Harryhausens I need, but I've got all the ones I grew up with, so those are the important ones to me.
I've got all 3 boxes from Indicator so far that are limited edition sets. That most of them have been released as in the Warner Brothers set or in the Mill Creek double features. So most of them, almost all of them, or Twilight Time.
Yeah, Twilight Time. I think the only. Actually, no. There was like 3 that Twilight Time did. It was the last 2 Sinbads that hadn't been released, and then Mysterious Island. So I got all of those from Twilight Time.
And for the price of all those Twilight Times, I basically bought all 3 box sets because they're like $38 US.
Yeah.
So like for 2 Twilight Time movies, I got 3 movies. So I figured that was a better deal. So that's why I imported them instead. So
yeah.
And they have really nice box sets. So that's everything. That's all I got. I gotta go pee. Mute myself. I have to leave the door open for the cat.
Who's next?
Did Sean just get up and walk away?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
He's handling shit.
Lord, man.
So,
God damn, Bobby.
so like I forgot entirely that I had another stream open in another tab because they had ended like hours ago, right? So I just kind of accidentally left that tab open, right? And then randomly, as Skin Slip is showing off his stuff, right? Randomly, I start hearing like this, not soulful, but this, old-timey version of Moon River start playing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that Sean? Is Sean watching something in the background or something? And I'm checking his thing. No, it was coming from the other tab, obviously.
What?
It's just so weird. Randomly out of nowhere, Moon River.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there's no sound here other than me typing.
Yeah.
I checked.
Probably. Or just going.
Or
So
downloading.
I get to be
porn.
sick for Christmas, if you couldn't tell. But it's not that big of a deal because it's like it's not painful or you know, it's not knocking me off my feet or anything. It's like the weakest cold I've ever had. I'm okay with it. Are you having fun with your dual-bladed lightsaber there?
Oh, you found out you could join them together, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Double lightsaber action. Amazing.
So, who's next?
So are you evil or are you good? I see both blue and red there.
Fear or love?
Fear or love?
I prefer fear and loathing,
All right. Who's next?
Probably Stout, right?
All right, Stout. The man of Stout.
So I didn't get much. I got some stuff today though. So
Okay.
the first thing I got was Karate Kid 2 at
Karate Kid 2. Yeah.
Big
The
Lots.
best of the Karate Kid movies.
It was only $3, and I was like, I haven't seen this in forever, so yeah.
I
It has
remember
the
that
Peter
one being
Cetera
good.
song.
I don't remember anything about it though. I remember
It
the first
has
one
the
mostly.
Peter Cetera song.
Okay.
You mean the song I don't remember because it probably wasn't very good.
I'd probably know it if I heard it.
So in the box of goodies that I got for presents for everybody else, I also got this for myself because it was $1.50 from Loot Crate.
Oh,
I
nice.
think Eric has one of these. I could be wrong.
Cool.
My Loot Crate subscription has long since been done, so.
Yeah, I thought you got one of these in one of your boxes. So no.
Nope.
Well, anyway, it was only $1.50, and it's a little vinyl figure of.
Oh, you got that from the Loot Vault?
Space Invaders. Yeah.
Oh, from the vault. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I love going to the vault every so often.
Yep.
Yeah, they get cool.
Well,
goodies
I
in there.
did too until it took them a month to send me my freaking package. But, anyways, the last thing I wanted to show, I will provide a link to because it's currently on the tree. This is what my friend got me for Christmas. One of my friends from when I was a teenager. A dump Trump ornament, which I thought was really nice because my friend, he owns an engraving business, a small engraving business. So he literally made that for me.
Oh, yeah.
And he likes Trump. He supports Trump. So the fact that somebody who likes and supports Trump can look beyond that. We can look beyond our political differences and support each other regardless. And during Christmas, just give somebody a gift like that. That to me was just like, now truly this is the meaning of Christmas.
Setting aside your political differences for the purpose of spreading joy to a dear friend.
Yes. Merry Christmas, everyone. I also got a whole bunch of junk food for myself today, including
Hold on a second.
sparkling.
Red grape. Sorry, I thought it said rat grape. Sparkling rat grapes.
Grape.
And you got it from Big Lots. You
Yeah.
big spender.
It's got the Big Lots sticker.
Oh, hey. It's awesome. I love grape juice. I should buy it more. I like it. It tastes good and it makes my poop turn green.
So does the Halloween Whoppers.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So they use grape juice in that, huh?
Apparently. That should be in their commercials. If you want to have green poop, drink Welch's. Making the greenest of poops for years. Is that everything?
So what did Eric? Yeah, that's all I got. Eric,
Okay.
your turn.
Yeah, okay.
Monsieur Gamer du Garbage.
Alrighty.
Où est le pickups?
So, yeah, the digital thing I got from Stout. He sent me Rocket Knight.
Oh, nice.
Which is a modern remake of a old Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis game named Rocket Knight, and also Sparkster, which is the Genesis version. It's a great platformer. If you've never played it or looked it up, just look up Rocket Knight. It's a ton of fun. It's an old school platformer of pure goodness.
Yes.
So onto the physical pickups. This one I kind of pulled off of eBay out of a necessity. And it's if you're part of the cram or a part of our Discord, you've probably seen a picture of this thing, which is my TI 99 4A.
TI 99, yes.
Well, for the longest time, I have the original hookups, which is an RF modulator and everything like that, which gives such a wonderful picture.
Oh, don't they though?
So, in my research of finding some way without doing like an AV mod, opening up and soldering and drilling holes, I didn't want to do that. I managed to find out that the TI uses the same video connector as the Commodore 64. It's the same barrel connector.
Oh,
okay.
Pin. And lucky for me, almost like a MIDI connector.
Yeah.
And there's, interesting enough,
there's professional mic connectors that are like that too.
The Commodore 64 has cables that are RCA cables. So I took a shot in the dark and ordered a set of Commodore cables.
Oh.
Like a shot in the dark.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it goes to these, and it works beautifully.
Nice.
Nice, clean picture.
Roth Sathi says MIDI with a question mark. I think he would like an explanation of what MIDI is.
MIDI?
Yep.
MIDI, that's general. It's a general input output. There's MIDI controllers. There's MIDI cards. I mean, MIDI was general MIDI is what you find old synthesizers and old keyboards use. The processor's the YM3812, I believe.
Yeah. It could be like one way or the other. Like, for example, you could use a physical keyboard to control sounds on your computer, or you could sequence sounds on your computer to play back through the built-in sounds of your keyboard.
I can tell you. I can give you the exact definition of what it is.
Okay, Wikipedia reader guy.
A technical standard that describes the communication protocol, digital interface, and electrical connectors, and allows a wide variety of electric musical instruments, computers, and other related music and audio devices to communicate with each other.
Yeah, so basically what I said. It can go communicate back and forth.
Yeah. It's just a standard that allows instruments and technology to talk to each other, basically.
Yeah. See, nowadays it's all done through USB and software, but back in the day, you needed that special hookup to get your keyboard, your music keyboard, to communicate with your music software, and vice versa. Yeah. And by similar token, a lot as Garbage Gamer was saying, a lot of early sound cards had something similar called General MIDI, which was all internal, but basically it would use sequenced music files and play it back through whatever MIDI instruments were loaded onto your sound cards. That's why when you play back MIDI files through different sound cards, they sound different because it's different instrument sets.
Wavetables, different voice channels. Like the most popular one was the YM3812, which was used in most synthesizer keyboards, and it was used in almost every iteration of the Sound Blaster.
It was in Sound Blaster.
I remember, I think it was Roland had a sound card that had like one of the best sets of instruments, like the highest quality sounding instruments.
But the grandfather of all sound cards used the YM3812 was the AdLib card.
Oh, I remember AdLib.
AdLib was the first one to do it. Sound Blaster is literally an off-the-shelf component, direct competitor to AdLib.
Yeah, I remember one of my friends had a PC, and he was the one who first sort of taught me about sound cards, because I was using all Amiga at the time, which just had all the stuff built in. and used actual sound samples rather than MIDI instruments. But he was the one who explained sort of how that worked, and they had an ad-lib one in there, and he told me about how exactly what you just said. Basically, it was like the main competitor to Sound Blaster at the time, but I think it was a little bit cheaper, and I think that's why they got it.
Yeah.
So Sound Blaster was kind of like the, the high-end one at the time.
The Sound Blaster was the one that became the most popular.
It was,
and
definitely.
Really, actually, to this day, there was a 2013, 2014 Sound Blaster card that was released.
Yeah, it's still kicking around.
Still rolling today. Get it rolling.
But Owen asks the really important question. He says, "But can we have sex with MIDI?"
Depends on who you talk to.
Well, I guess it depends on your human-machine interface device that you have.
You can't have sex with MIDI. Just shove it in your butt.
Oh, there you go. See, Major Matoka says the Miracle Piano Teaching System keyboard used MIDI. Yeah,
yep.
And there was a lot of early, I know Amiga and Atari ST. I think the Atari ST computers actually had MIDI ports built in, so all you needed was the cable. Other computers you needed to actually get a separate piece of hardware. But that was one of the reasons a lot of people really loved the Atari ST, musicians in particular, is because it had those built in. There was a lot of rivalry between the Atari ST and Amiga, kind of like how Mac versus PC. So everybody had their rivals. Amiga was better.
So the last thing I picked up actually is part one of a ongoing set of things I'm going to be picking up. Is I finally have the income to do it. So after 20 years of wanting it and 25 years of not having it, I'm finally gaining the parts back to the very first game console game anything that I ever played.
Mm-hmm.
And first I got the first game in the mail today from eBay, and that is
oh,
New Beauty
nice.
and the Beast.
Imagic.
By Imagic for the Intellivision.
Imagic did two of my favorite Atari 2600 games, which I think may have also been on the Intellivision, namely Demon Attack and Dragonfire.
Demon
I'm
Attack.
actually in...
Both great. Great
to
games.
reveal it here, I did actually find an Intellivision.
Ah.
And it will be here closer to the new year.
Nice.
But
it's just the original, like, brown one?
No. The Intellivision 2, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the one I had as a kid.
Ah, okay. Well, you got to go for the nostalgia.
Yeah, I got to go for the one that I had. So
exactly.
I kind of wanted to show off the cartridge. I don't know how well it's showing up, but this thing is immaculate.
Yeah, I love those cards. I always like that shape and the shiny labels they would do.
Yes. To quote
really nice.
AVGN, it's like trying to stick your dick in a Cheerio. But
yeah, those are beautiful cartridges.
I do find it kind of funny that nowadays people will spend, $30, $40 extra to have their controllers custom designed with like logos from their favorite games on them.
Huh.
This shit came standard. These are the original overlays. Like these things have probably never been used.
That's awesome.
Look at that. I mean, I'm not surprised.
That's really cool.
Because this wasn't exactly a game that really needed an overlay.
Yeah, it was more for decoration.
Right, it was more to just make it look cool. But for people who don't know, Beauty and the Beast on the Intellivision was a Donkey Kong clone.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually played this before I ever played Donkey Kong. So, oh god, it's got like this wonderful artwork on the inside, the manual. But that's what I wanted to read.
Sorry, I was on another screen. Can you show that again? I missed it. Oh.
Well, hello, Stout Man.
He looks like that's Stout Man. Oh my god.
I wanted to read. I'll see if I can read this while leaving this picture up, just to kind of. All right, so this is the blurb that's on the front of the manual explaining the game. Horrible Hank has run off with Tiny Marble.
Tiny Marble?
What?
Tiny Marble. That's the name of the girl.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's stupid.
She's Bashful Buford's girl.
Bashful Buford.
All of Lambville Falls is talking. Now, Horrible Hank is a mean one. He eats hot buttered bricks for breakfast. Regular mountain of a man. He uses boulders instead of bowling balls. Carries them with him in his pocket like paper clips. Bowls a strike every time. Small wonder. Seems Tiny Marble finally told him off. Everybody heard. That's when Horrible Hank grabbed her and ran off. Buford may be scrawny, but he's got spunk. He's cornered them up in the old mutton building. Buford jumps over those boulders Horrible Hank throws his way. He dodges birds and bats and leaps clean over rats, all to get his little love back.
So, essentially, it's a Donkey Kong ripoff.
That's what I said at the very beginning. It's a Donkey Kong.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah, but it's horrendous, and it's sexist, and it's terrible.
Yeah, and what's funny is, again,
Awesome.
I don't know how well this is
game
coming
is probably
off the camera, but the actual cover here,
Yeah.
those are clay.
Like little claymation figures.
Claymation figures.
That is neat, though, to be fair.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, this is part.
I wonder if that red sign on the left
think-
side is a reference to Nintendo.
Yeah, the Magic did that with their covers. I remember the cover for Demon Attack was really cool. It had like a model of like a screaming demon flying through space. It was like all silver and chrome and stuff, and looked really, really badass.
Yeah, it is a new Beauty and the Beast video game cartridge for Mattel and Television System and Sears Super Video Arcade. And at the very bottom it says, iMagic is not related to Mattel Electronics Inc. or Sears. So here's that kind of some screenshots on the back of the game. Totally not Donkey Kong, guys.
Nope, not at all.
But I just love this packaging. It's like all like chrome silver.
Yeah, that's what I always
these are
liked about the
beautiful.
Magic's games. The super shiny, beautiful boxes.
And the Intellivision I'm getting comes with 12 games.
Sweet.
One of them being Demon Attack.
Yay.
It also is going to come with a complete in-box copy of Burger Time, and I am just like,
Oh boy.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know how much that means to you.
I know the what is it? The Intellivision, one of those all-in-one units they put out. The classic, I guess. The Intellivision Classic, something like that. You know the one I'm talking about.
Holy shit! I just now looked at. I just saw Zach's thing.
He's got one, I
Oh
think.
my
Yeah, that
God.
one. Yeah.
It's like moving up
I think
and down.
that comes with Dragonfire. I think does it?
yes, it does.
On there? That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dragonfire is a game that, like, I see Demon Attack on a lot of compilations, but I rarely see Dragonfire. Like it's a game that I've always felt is very underrated. Because I really enjoyed the shit out of that. I played that a lot.
It's like me for the 2600. Like, absolutely nobody talks about Warlords.
Yeah, really?
Absolutely nobody.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
It's a fucking awesome game.
That was a huge popular game at the time too. Like, I'm surprised.
And it's funny because the flashback for the Atari, one of the 8 iterations, has, I think all 8 of them have not only the original Atari but also the arcade version of Warlords on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I've got the Atari flashback from Steam as well. I've got a couple of compilations for the PS2. I've got the Atari one and the Activision one.
This is what the controller looks like.
Yes.
This is the original.
Very interesting. Yeah, that was a thing at the time. Like, some of the game makers were trying to get away from the standard joystick to differentiate their console from the Atari.
Oh, too.
But
to demonstrate what the overlays were all about. So yeah, you had the keypad, and you had the overlay.
I think the Intellivision was the first one to have a keypad, and then ColecoVision came out a couple years later, and it also had a keypad.
So yeah, you would stick the overlay on, and bam, the controller was Beauty and the Beast themed or Carmen themed.
There's no actual buttons that are used on that though, right? Because I know usually the overlays indicate where certain controls are for the game.
Right. Yeah, this is why I'm thinking this thing was probably never used, because it literally just says
it's just for decoration
on either side, which is the shoulder buttons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like playing Minotaur or Treasures of Tarman,
Well,
Anyway,
you know, those controllers would be fine also if they didn't all have gummy fucking keys, you know?
Oh yeah, they're those
all those controllers
membrane
problem, right? Like it's just unresponsive as fuck.
Oh,
yeah, it's one of those like button membrane keys.
Your game is hard as fuck. I don't need the controller to be hard, obtuse, you know?
These are
even
fine
harder,
on the end. Like, these are kind of gummy, but they work.
Yeah. The problem is you put that hard plastic overlay over it. It's like it's harder to push the buttons.
Oh, yeah. It is kind of sad that with the flashback, I cannot use these on like an original Intellivision.
Yeah.
Because the Intellivision use their own special connectors, and these are just DB9s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
That's not the same that the Atari used, wasn't it?
Yeah, it actually is.
It is, and the Sega Genesis.
And the Genesis. And the TI 99.4A.
And the Commodore 64 and Amiga also used those for joysticks.
It was a very the ZX Spectrum. It's just like pretty much most of the 8-bit and 16-bit line of computers used the same DB9 connector. But the way they were wired was different for a lot of them, so they're not cross-compatible. Some were, some weren't. Depends on how cheap the company was. So, I mean, with Atari, the 2600, it was cross-compatible, so you could plug in, as long as it was this type of connector.
Yeah.
There's like
exactly. Like I used to use my Sega Genesis controller with my Amiga all the time.
Yeah.
And or with ColecoVision. ColecoVision also used that same controller. So when my ColecoVision controllers started to conk out and I wanted to play the old games, I would plug in like either an Amiga joystick or a Sega controller. The only thing I would need the ColecoVision controllers for the number pad to select the game mode I wanted to play. Otherwise,
here's the TI 99.4A joystick.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Amazing.
You hold it like this, actually.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Joystick on the bottom, button on the top.
Button on the top, yeah.
Remember, I grabbed it thinking it was like an Atari joystick, so I held it like this.
Oh.
Bottom, and I push left, and my character runs right. I'm like, the fuck?
Do you when you play the Atari, do you have the button oriented to the bottom?
No. When you play the Atari, it's always the top left-hand corner.
It's on the top corner. Yeah, I was gonna say. What kind of weirdo are you?
Ethan.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you wouldn't do that because then all the controls would be backwards. Never mind.
Right. Yeah. You play
My brain is not working. I like to play with the controls backwards. It's more of a challenge. That's how hardcore I am. All right. Is that it for the pickups?
Yeah.
Anything else?
For me.
All right. Cool. That's pretty awesome.
We covered it.
Thank you for the Imagic nostalgia.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's more coming.
Nice.
Like I said, a lot of those games that I bought in that set are boxed.
I have a box of my old Atari and ColecoVision games. I've been meaning to do an overview of them forever.
Let me go to that.
I should bust those out at some point. Finally, Cass, you got anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Funny enough, I'm actually on Amazon right now, so I may have
something.
Yeah,
eventually.
there may be pickups pending.
All right, cool.
Pickups pending.
All right, so yeah, it's coming. I don't know what all of them are, but it's coming with a complete box copy of Burger Time, Tron Maze-a-Tron.
Oh, nice.
Super Video Arcade Poker and Blackjack. Space Spartans. It's coming with Space Spartans. Oh, one of the things that's also coming with is coming with the voice synthesis module.
Hey, I have that actually.
So it's coming with a box copy of Star Strike, Frog Bob, and Vectron.
I have the voice synthesis module for the Intellivision, and I also have it for the TI-99. I just have them. I'm at a yard sale, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy this because why not?
So yeah, there's some other cartridges I can see. There's like 3 that I can't read. I don't know what they are. He didn't list the games that it had. So but there's one I can tell like what they are from a distance. This one's Swords and Serpents. Ooh. And there's Space Armada right there.
Space Armada
sitting up on top. But yeah, if you're at all curious, I'll post it here in the chat. And then Twitch. That's a picture of what I bought exactly, but also what an Intellivision 2 looks like.
Kitty.
It does look quite different from the from this, this is the one. The similar kind of design.
Yeah.
The controllers would be sitting like right here, going out facing each direction. But in Television 2 is white.
The original listing.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up here, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I gotta do a bit of work on Christmas Eve, so.
Yeah.
We did all our prerequisite time, and we did our pickups.
I get to go play Santa tomorrow. Woo!
Yay! And I'm sure my mother would enjoy having the sound back on the TV and not just having to watch everything with closed captions.
Ho, ho, ho.
Say hi to the people, Mom. Hi.
Hi, Sean's mom.
Mom's been there the whole time. Watching stuff
with,
of course they're not talking. Oh, there you go. Closed captions. There you go. Hi, Mommy. Hi. There.
Zeranizer Mom.
Zeranizer Mom.
Mom and Isaac.
Mom and Isaac. Yeah. All right. Have yourselves a good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week in the new year. I probably won't. Well, I don't know. Probably.
May not be here.
No, we won't be doing anything. Well, New Year's Eve is Sunday, and I work at I work at 7 a.m. the next day, so I think I'll just be having a quiet New Year's here with you know, the family, and then but we will see you the day before New Year's on the 30th. So one last blast for 2017, and thank you for the cheer there, Rothsathi. Thank you very much. All right, so we'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara. Zeranizernara. Yes, all right.
Penis.
Good night, everybody.
I like cats and turtles.